we know in our scripture that we read today that there's an experience here that took place just before the scripture, and that was the Transfiguration on the Mount, where he had gone up to the Mount with his disciples. And he showed them, and there were only 3 of them present, but he showed them something more than he had shown them up to that period of time. And that transfiguration, or that closeness that he was having and experiencing with the Father, became more apparent to them because of their ability to see and perceive. And not that they became perfected themselves at that point, but at that point their knowledge increased. As they looked at him and believed in him in a certain way, they now were able to look at him in an expanded way and have further belief or greater knowledge concerning Jesus and the powers that he had. And Jesus' simple explanation was this: with God. With God, all things are possible. And whenever I read that scripture, I always like to think of it in terms of all possible things are possible, because people come up with these things of the square circle and all of that nonsense. But you know, the idea is the first relationship that has to be very, very clear in all of us is our relationship with God. And the closeness of that relationship deals with how our lives unfold and how much we are able to bring that God force to others around us. I was listening to the song that we sang today, Nearer My God to Thee, and I thought, well, that's, you know, kind of interesting because Carrie held it over from last week, not knowing what the topic was today. But here's this thing, and the discussion in the song, if you go through the song, starts with the idea that there's this wanting or this push or this desire to be closer to God, and that this idea of being closer to God raises the person up. And they start out with the worst of it. Okay, even though it's the cross, even if we're going that far down the road and we're in that much trouble, so to speak, that we're in that going to be crucified for whatever we hold our belief for, and they're talking about even if it's that end of the spectrum, you know, that still is the goal, is nearer my God to thee. Don't lose, in the face of an obstacle, in the face of adversity, don't lose the closeness to God. Stay there. And then it goes on, and it's kind of an elevation from that, though like a wanderer we are. So then there's times we're wandering, we're out in the desert, we don't have any great tragedy in front of us, we don't have any great happiness, we're just kind of wandering around looking a little bit lost, so to speak. In those times, the thought is nearer to God. And then in those times there's darkness and there's dreams, the thought is still nearer to God. It's an interesting song. And then the next one transcends all of that and goes all the way to the other end of the spectrum and talks about joy and talks about leaving the sky and raising above the sun and the moon and the stars, and you're all over the place there, but it's certainly a much loftier idea. And then even in that instance, when you have this great elation in life of all of the most wonderful things that you could possibly imagine, the thought is still nearer to God. So in the highs and the lows and the mid-times, the thing that's paramount at all instances is this closeness with God, this idea of being with God. And if you do that, if you maintain life and look at life through that perspective of being with God in everything that you do, I can remember, it's really an interesting thought, and I believe it was Dr. Gard that said it, but she was asking someone what they did the night before, and they said, oh, they were partying and drinking and doing all these things and having this gay old time and whatever they were doing, drugs or whatever, and she said, did you think about God? Did you have God with you when you were doing all that stuff? And they said, oh, no, man, I was just out there partying. And the question was, why not? Why not bring God along with all of that? Because he's not absent, right? Whatever you're doing, you know. I get a kick out of people that go on vacation. I don't know. Go on vacation to what? To where? I mean, I'm not referring to you gentlemen at the moment, but I'm just talking, people say, I got to get out of town, man. This is just, I don't understand. When I leave town, nothing changes for me, because to me, it's still me that I'm dealing with 24/7, no matter what part of town it is that I'm in or what area of the world I'm in. That's how it goes. So, what's important is to get to the place in life that no matter what we're doing, no matter what we're going through, is to have that full knowledge of our closeness with God and the creative force. And in having that full knowledge, we have great power. There are many things that we get to do and achieve and accomplish that we otherwise might not think we were able to, simply because we maintain the connection through everything that we're doing. And the other thing that changes is that all of the things that take place, whether we want to term them, and I really mean term them, good or bad, because there's many things we look at as a tragedy, and in reality they're a good thing. And we aren't open enough to perceive or look at it from that perspective and to perceive the joy that's there in the situation, or to perceive the benefit that's in the situation and how that it helps all concerned. And if we had our closeness to God more of our lives, the opportunity to see that and to experience that is greater and greater. And we start tending to look at the world that way. And it's interesting today, we've had all sorts of things going on out here. We have the neighbor here, and we had the guy out there with the motorbike and all of that, and I looked outside and the sun was shining, and now it's looking dark again, and maybe it's going to rain again or whatever it is. And in a very short period of time, the hour that we've been here, there's been all kinds of changes and things going on. But the thing that hasn't stopped is that we have here this continued service that we have that has to do with our closeness to God and continuing that. And I did note this morning, for whatever reason, we had a lot of levity going on. We were cracking a lot of jokes, all kinds of things were going on. And I can't help but think that they're somehow all connected with it. And part of the joy of life is this connection. And our knowledge and our power grows with this connection. So whatever we're doing, whenever we're doing it, however we're doing it, maintain the connection, be with God, and watch what happens and observe it and enjoy your life. So, with that thought in mind, join me in the acceptance statement. Now may the light illumine our mind with wisdom. May love fill our heart with understanding. May the one life shine forth from our innermost being, so that we walk renewed in light, life, love, today, tomorrow, and forever.